wanna take you for a ride. I wanna take you for a ride.
Honestly, I didn't really have anything planned for an intro for this video, but I feel like that speaks for itself and what to expect for this video today here on this channel. Welcome back, girlies, to my channel. Today, if you clicked on this video, you know why you're here. We are going to take a stroll down memory lane and rank the iconic girlies of Marvel vs. Capcom. Perhaps one of the greatest crossovers, and not just fighting games, but video games in general, okay? And let's be real, the best part of Marvel vs. Capcom has always been the girlies. They are the standouts, the icons. Like, they are the reason why we play this game and keep coming back to it. They're the most fun, interesting, the fastest, the ones that slay the most in their outfits, obviously. If you don't have a full team of girlies on your team, what are you doing? Okay, you can have one guy. I'll limit you one guy on your team, okay? There, you happy? I don't know what it is. I feel like I'm just in a Marvel vs. Capcom mood lately. I've been watching some old matches, I've been watching some tournaments, and it just gets me hype. MVC3 specifically is just so timeless. People still play it today in 2025. It's just a game like you never know what to expect. There's so much versatility, different teams you can pick. Whereas like, you know, like no shade to MVC2, like everyone plays the same like Sentinel, Storm, Psylocke, Magneto. And I'm pretty sure I speak for the entire community. Like, we want an MVC4. Give us that MVC4, please. Infinite doesn't count. It doesn't count, girl. Sorry. I don't want to keep y'all waiting. I know no one asked for this video, but I did. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe. Let me know your favorite girlies of MVC. Let me know your least favorites. Let me know your teams, okay? So we can keep creating iconic, girly, nerdy content on this channel for you to all enjoy and consume. But without further ado, girls, why don't we get to today's ranking video? Who is Marvel vs. Capcom's next top model? Girlies today are obsessed with Marvel rivals. Meanwhile, I haven't moved on. I'm still obsessed with Marvel vs. Capcom. We have our standard S through D tier list, okay? Starting with D, Danger. C, Cool. B, Beautiful. A, Awesome. And S, Slayed. I want to support them all, but like some girls just do it better than the other girls. You know what I'm saying? And that's another. Don't even get me started on how stingy the Marvel side is with the female representation. It's always Capcom that's the one that's been feeding us throughout the course of Marvel vs. Capcom. Also, when we rank the girlies, I'm not just doing this based off of tiers and who's the strongest and most viable. It's kind of a combination of everything, a conglomeration of a variety of different factors. You know, tiers, okay, but also how fun are they to play? How well do they fit into the universe of a crossover game? Do they have rivalries with other characters? Are their outfits slaying? Are they cute? You know, there's just so many things I want to rank about these girlies and their impact over the course of MVC and what they mean, and you know, just like the fan reaction to them as well. But we're starting off with our first girly in Danger in last place. Some of you might have seen this coming. I'm so sorry to the Mega Man fans. Roll. It's Roll. She's like this little tiny baby character. She's so adorable. I love me some Roll just outside of MVC, but like how do you play this character? Maybe she was better in the first Marvel vs. Capcom game where she first appeared. I think she was like an unlockable secret character or something like that. But like in MVC2, girl, shout out to all the Roll mains. My more power to you, okay? I love girlies that specialize in low tier girlies. Don't get me wrong, I would love to see her make a comeback, a redemption arc in MVC4, a new MVC title. My favorite iteration of Roll was how she played in Tatsunoko vs. Capcom. A little bit of a deep cut. Did anyone else play Tatsunoko vs. Capcom? I loved playing as Roll. Roll was so fun to play in that game. She was actually like viable. Like a lot of characters were like viable in that game, I felt like. It was more balanced for sure. But yeah, she needs a redemption arc, but she is not on the same level as the other MVC girlies, sadly. I'm so sorry, Roll. Next, above Roll, it's gonna be Sansan. I'm just coming off like an MVC2 hater. I really am. She was a fun, interesting character. She was an original character, but she was like the granddaughter of the original Sansan. They're both based off of like the Monkey King. But yeah, she's not the first character I think of when I think of MVC. It is really hard to stand out in like in the lineup of girlies in MVC. I guess it's just in the roster lineup in general. Like, oh my gosh, MVC2 was massive. Sometimes, does anyone else think sometimes in games with huge rosters, like I just forget a character's in it, you know? So that just sometimes happens. Like that's good and bad to having a huge roster. Sometimes you just forget about some some characters. She was cute though. She was super duper cute, had some fun moves. I appreciated MBC too, like giving us original characters. She had like fun moves where she would like obviously enhance the size of her staff. She would like turn you into a peach and eat you. Girl, I've been there plenty of times. But yeah, she's just not like the other girlies. Our next girly in danger is going to be Marrow. It's going to be Marrow, another girly that has trouble standing out. But like, you know what? She may seem like a random character to some people, but I appreciate, you know, she's still in MVC too. Some people might clown her for being such an obscure character in Marvel, but like, girl, she's still in the game. Capcom wanted her, or maybe Marvel wanted her. I remember like seeing MVC2 at an arcade growing up. I always thought that like before playing the game, I thought that was Jean. I thought she was Jean. I was like, why does Jean have like why does she have short hair? What happened? She chopped all her long, beautiful locks off. But yeah, she attacks with her bones. I don't know anyone that plays Marrow, personally, but you know what? Shout out to all the Marrow mains. Keep playing her, keep getting better, keep giving us surprises. Next, girly in danger. This pains me. This pains me to do this to one of my favorite Darkstalker girlies, Zenko. Girly. Oh, no. Oh, girl, no. Oh, Sansa, no, you're right there behind Marrow. Zenko. She's one of my favorite Darkstalker characters ever. I grew up loving her. I still love her. I pretended I was her whenever I was wearing long sleeves. I wanted to be Zenko so bad. I kind of still do. But like, and trust me, I was happy. I'm still happy she's in MBC3, you know? She just is so hard to play. I think she truly is a low tier character. She feels so clunky. Like her movement is terrible in my honest opinion. But I think a lot of people mostly use Zenko as like an assist character with her golden armor. I think that's what she's most known for, is just having that uninterruptible like assist with her golden armor. But she's really hard to play as. But I will say that like despite all my criticisms, like I think she fits well into MVC. Like I feel like she has like a rivalry with Taskmaster in 3. I also feel like she has an interesting parallel with like Sentinel, for example, whereas Sentinel obviously hunts mutants. Zenko is like she slays and defeats Darkstalkers. That's another thing I love about Marvel vs. Capcom are all like the interesting rivalries, the parallels between Capcom and Marvel characters. So if anyone has good parallels, rivalries you're coming up with for a new MVC game, put them in the comments. I want to hear them. Y'all are so creative. Okay, but our last girly in danger, this pains me again because this character has been done so dirty throughout the years. One of my favorite Marvel characters, mind you. Black Widow. Black Widow, girl, I forgot she was in the series, okay? Because she was like one of the last DLC characters of Infinite, which, girl, I tried so hard to get into Infinite. It just didn't hook me. It didn't hook me. I really tried to get good with Captain Marvel and Morrigan, but like, Infinite just seemed like such a downgrade from 3, you know? But shout out to everyone who loved Infinite. I love that for you. It wasn't my favorite game by any means. But like my thing with Widow is like she could have easily been in 3. Like she could have been in 3, especially at the time with like Avengers. She was a super popular character at the time. Considering how big the roster was in 3, Marvel only gave us 4 female characters. We were so robbed. I feel like I said, Natasha, she could have easily been in there. And then, yes, you give us her in Infinite, but she's not even the base roster. Again, she could have easily fit in at the time with like Avengers and, you know, everything that's going on in the MCU. But no, she was sidelined to DLC that a lot of people didn't even buy. But yeah, I would rank her higher because I do like her. I feel like she has potential, but like she's like a DLC character, and I kind of forget that she was even in the series. Very sad. I kind of felt like she was like an improved version of Battlesuit Jill in 3. But yeah, even Jill Battlesuit 3 though is more memorable and iconic than Widow. That being said, I still feel like she fits so well into MVC, just the crossover experience, and I feel like she could have plethora of different rivalries with different characters. That concludes the danger category. I should have said danger room. I feel like I should change that. Oh well, moving on. Moving on to C, our first girly in the cool category. We just brought her up. This pains me to put her so low. Speak of the devil, Jill Valentine. But Battlesuit Jill. Okay, Jill is a very unique character considering she's been in 2 and 3, but she plays completely different in each game. Battlesuit is what we got in 3. And, you know, Jill is one of my favorite Capcom characters personally. I love the purple battlesuit. I'm a diehard defender of RE5, mind you. But my goodness, she is such a technical, high execution heavy character. But I feel like high reward at that, maybe. But I still feel like she didn't do that much damage for all the work that you have to put into learning her. But she is a super fast character, and maybe people like have low expectations against her and might be heavily surprised actually going against a very high level Jill player. I love seeing high level Jill player, mind you. But I feel like she's such a hard character to really play and master and really get to learn. Mind you, I feel like she just deserved better moves too. Like, how does she not have a projectile? Like, the only projectile she has is like her spinning SMG hyper combo, level 1. That's like, she has her SMGs. She can't even like have a regular projectile. So I feel like that was really unfortunate for her. I really just kind of wanted her to just keep her MVC2 set. They could have still been Battlesuit Jill, but like keep her MVC2 set. You could have updated it, made it translate to like an RE5 style. But also, I feel like they didn't do that because they really wanted Frank West in the game. And Frank West literally basically like took so much inspiration from Jill's original moveset from MVC2. So Frank, say you're welcome. Give Jill her flowers for inspiring you. But yeah, I can't in good faith put Jill any higher, even though she's one of my personal favorite Capcom characters ever. Honestly, video game characters. But in terms of MVC3, Battlesuit Jill just, oh my gosh, she got lost. She got lost. Next in cool, I'm going to give it to Monster Hunter. Monster Hunter, representing Monster Hunter, a super popular, super duper popular character, or franchise series in Capcom, obviously. And it was always really kind of hard to maybe implement a Monster Hunter character for representation in MVC because like you kind of like create your character. So that being said, they kind of gave us like a female character with like who's like a base default character mostly to represent, you know, all playable Monster Hunter characters. At least that's kind of how I took it. I'm not really that well versed in Monster Hunter personally. If anyone has a better character to represent Monster Hunter, like, please let me know. But yeah, she was still really cool. She had that giant sword. It's a shame that she was relegated to DLC. She even appeared in the story mode with Black Panther, and they were both DLC. Like, that really annoys me. I hate it in like a story mode when a character appears, but they're not playable. They're DLC. That is the shadiest thing you can do, devs. How dare you? I think she's a super cool playstyle. I just wouldn't rank her higher because she's not really a character. You know, she's just kind of like a, I don't know. She reminds me of like a Wii Fit trainer. She kind of just is like a, what am I trying to say? She's kind of like more so like a stand-in to represent a series, if that makes sense. Next in cool, another oddball character, but a character that I really knew a lot about growing up, and that's going to be Spiral. Spiral from MVC2. I always was a really big fan. I just thought she's really interesting. Her playstyle, she went on to inspire Virgil in Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 with the swords and whatnot. At least I think that's what their inspiration for Virgil was from Spiral. So it's a shame that, like, I don't know if she'd ever come back, but I think she's a really cool X-Men character. I also had, like, a figure of her growing up that, like, has been lost. has been lost through the years of time, sadly. I grew up with so many cool X-Men and Capcom figures. I don't want to think about it, losing them. It's going to make me depressed, or more depressed. But yeah, Spiral's super duper cool with her dancing swords. It's just, I just need Virgil to say thank you and give her flowers, because there's a reoccurring thing with these men stealing from women's movesets. Next in cool, I'm going to put a super popular Street Fighter character. That's going to be Sakura. That's going to be Sakura. I know Sakura's like literally one of the most popular Street Fighter characters out there. Despite the criticisms of her being another like Shoto character, she would have like really good rivalries with other characters, I feel like, with like younger Marvel characters, maybe like a Jubilee-esque character. Her introduction into MVC was also with the introduction of like her sunburnt form, her Dark Sakura form, which is, I thought was really cool. You don't really see Dark Sakura in the actual like Street Fighter series. I feel like her and MVC, they really tried to like amplify her power set to hone in on that magical girl essence of Sakura, like really try to put that through the forefront. Our last girly and cool is gonna be Gamora. I'm can tell I'm pretty harsh on Infinite, as I'm not really ranking Infinite girlies that high. I do apologize, but like, it is what it is. Gamora, though, despite, you know, everything, my feelings about Infinite, she fits so well into MBC. Like, of course, this story revolving around Thanos and Infinite, like, Gamora needed to be in the game for sure, especially with like more representation of Guardians of the Galaxy. And something about Gamora also very much reminds me so much of like the Capcom game, like Star Gladiator, representing like Hayato and Plasma Sword. Like, she just felt like that's what it was giving me, like how she played a little bit in Infinite. We are now moving on to Beautiful, or honestly, I should change that to Beautiful. Let me make a little bit of exception. I try to line it up with the actual letter of the tier. Beautiful, representing Beautiful Joe. Our first girlie in B, aka Beautiful, She-Hulk. She-Hulk, you know I love me She-Hulk. Justice for She-Hulk, okay? The MCU show. Tatiana, you slayed. I love that. Was one of my favorite Marvel shows, She-Hulk. We're season 2. But She-Hulk in the actual NBC3, you know, I loved watching people play her. Oh my gosh, she was really hard for me to play though. I could not get her down. I feel like there was a lot to like playing her and getting her down, but I still loved like seeing actual like high level play of She-Hulk. She started off strong. I felt like I saw a lot of people play her, but as the series went on, like less and less people played She-Hulk. I don't know, but like she was just fun. I feel like she fits into NBC very well, you know, obviously breaking the fourth wall. I feel like she had some interesting interactions with like Chun-Li. She was fun, witty, and campy, and a breath of fresh air, unlike Bruce, her cousin. Our next beautiful character, that's gonna go to Tron, a character that I really loved to play when MBC3 first came out. She was actually kind of high tier because of how good her assist was in the original vanilla MBC3 until Ultimate came out and like nerfed her assist and made it basically useless. And then like she went down in usage for sure, but I still loved playing Tron. Like, she was so fun to play. She still is fun to play. She was definitely one of the characters I played so much of in one of my teams for MBC3. Like, it wasn't even funny. She's really fun to play. I think that's the best thing about her. She might not be that viable, but she's so freaking fun to play. Obviously representing Mega Man. It's wild that Mega Man didn't make it into MBC3, but Tron did. And Zero. But, like, Mega Man, they did not want to put Mega Man in 3. I just have so many fond memories of playing her when MBC3 first came out, and I will always cherish Tron and would love to see her return in a future MBC title. Next in Beautiful, Ruby Heart. Why did I say it like that? The rejected Darkstalker character that they just slung into MBC2, or at least that's what I've heard. But, like, she's so freaking beautiful and, like, so quanty. Like, I've always been a fan of her, despite her being, like, this original character that may not have been originally intended into MBC 2. That's at least what I've always heard. I don't know how true that is. But, like, yeah, if they don't ever put her back into MBC, put her in the next Darkstalker game. Like, don't even get me started on how much I want a new Darkstalker game. She was a welcome addition, but sadly, you know, she's kind of stuck in the realm of MBC2. And even though there was kind of like the very little to no story in MBC2, she was kind of like she was one of the more important characters to like the lore, the small lore of MBC2. New Age of Heroes. Our next girly and beautiful. Come on. Amaterasu representing Okami. She needs to come back in an MBC. A new MBC. Bring this goodest girl back. Love her. I was never really good with her, but I've always is another character that I just loved seeing people play. Correct me if I'm wrong, I also just felt like she was so beginner friendly for MBC. You know, MBC, it can be very overstimulating, a lot to learn and whatnot. But like sometimes you just need those characters to start off with to get good with the game, and before you branch off to other characters. And I feel like Ami really was like one of those characters for those people. And the last girly in B, that's going to go to Laura, formerly known as X23. I don't personally really like calling her X23. I feel like that's a little problematic. But she has now since been more known as Wolverine or Laura, whatever you prefer. She was fun. Look, the more X-Men characters, I can't even complain. Like, the more X-Men characters in MBC, the better. Infinite gave us no X-Men characters because there was a whole rights issue, obviously, at the time. Another very fun character to watch play. I like that she played differently than Wolverine. There was a lot of people were worried, oh, they're so similar, but I'm always glad when they are able to differentiate very similar characters and have them play differently. That's a very important thing to do. I always quote her dirt nap, like her level 3 was dirt nap and she'd go like invisible. I always thought that was such a slay level 3. Moving on to Awesome. Our first girly in Awesome, Crimson Viper. Crimson Viper, a character who I honestly sometimes forget is in MBC, but every single time I remember that she's in, I'm like, oh, she fits so well. She fits so well, and she could be a Marvel character, literally. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. She could have a rivalry with like so many different Marvel characters, I feel like. She could have a rivalry easily with Black Widow. Literally 2 like agents with red hair, match made in heaven. Her and Widow. But yeah, another character that I felt like if you get good with Crimson Viper, she could be absolutely terrifying. But I also feel like she's a little technical. But yeah, I can't deny how well she fits into MBC 3. I feel like if we got another MBC, I feel like Jury would probably be in over her. But hopefully, like I said, Viper can make it into Street Fighter 6. Our next girly in Awesome, that's going to be Felicia. Felicia. A girly I think is very underrated. I feel like she's underrated. Another character that I think if you get good with her, like she can absolutely slay in MBC 3. She first appeared in MBC 2, but I feel like she's another character that fits so well into the crossover. Like she could have a rivalry with Black Cat. Hello, the 2 Felicias going at it, literally a cat fight. But also, like, she could have a rivalry with Spidey, me. And I think she did kind of have, like, this little rivalry with Laura a bit. They'd have interesting dialogue together. But yeah, again, I'm glad that we got 3 Darkstalker reps in 3, literally. And I'm always happy to see Felicia. She's just a fun, beautiful, lighthearted character. Super fun to play as. And Capcom, again, Darkstalkers 4. Where is it, girl? We've been waiting for years. Next girly in Awesome, another really standout in the cast of Darkstalkers, Baby Hood. Baby Bonnie Hood, also known as Boletta in Japan. I love this character. She is such a perfect character in the world of Darkstalkers, first and foremost. I mean, literally, one of the scariest monsters are humans. They're the most evil at heart, that at least they can be. I feel like she just represents that, also embodying the look of Little Red Riding Hood. But oh my god, I do kind of wish she was in MBC 3. She obviously is in MBC 2. She was a fun character to play as, even though she's a charge character. I'm not the best at charge characters, but I try my best. I just love her supers. I feel like she fits into the universe of the crossover. I feel like she could have fun interactions with like Deadpool or something like that. Hindsight, I kind of would have preferred her to be in MBC 3 than Zenko. Oh, that pains me to say, but like, I love this character, really. Next in Awesome, that's gonna go to Carol Danvers, aka Captain Marvel. Okay, probably like the strongest character I feel like of Infinite. Of the Marvel Infinite girlies, definitely Captain Marvel. Obviously, she had to be in the game with, you know, the introduction of Carol Danvers in the MCU. Finally, even though that was long overdue, but also like her was long overdue in MBC. Like she could have easily been in MBC 3 as Miss Marvel. The way that she was not in homophobic. I can't get over how stingy the roster was for the women of Marvel. Like they gave us 4. I said that earlier, but I'm still not over it. It still makes me mad thinking about it. I feel like she's a shoo-in for a future MBC game if we were to ever get one. She's really fun to play as, I feel like. Just a solid character, and was one of my mains for sure in Infinite. I feel like her unspoken rival in Infinite was Chun-Li, but I also feel like she could totally have some really interesting rivalries with a lot of different characters from the Capcom side. Our next girly in Awesome, that's going to go to Miss Cammy White. It's Cammy. It's Cammy. Hello. She only appeared in MBC 2, but that was also her in her alpha outfit, which is where she's more so like under Bison's control, which I feel like even though that's like not a thing anymore, I feel like that really fit well into like the realm of the crossover. Something about that and being under control and, you know, being that killer bee. She was also, I feel like she was a pretty good character in MVC 2. I'm always like, Cammy's a character that I feel like I just feel so comfortable with in any Street Fighter game. I just don't know if they would ever bring her back in a future MVC title. I mean, I'd be down. Hello. I'd be down, trust and believe. But I feel like there's just so much competition now with Street Fighter representation and crossovers, especially like I said earlier with Crimson Viper. I feel like, you know, aside from Ryu and Chun-Li, they would probably give another Street Fighter slot to Jury before Cammy, but you know, I would like to be wrong. And I also just really love her alpha fit. I will always love. That's like my favorite outfit of Cammy, even more favorite than her green leotard. And our final girl in awesome. That's going to go to Psylocke, Miss Psylocke, a character that was completely robbed of being in MVC 3. Could have been a character for Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. She's super high tier character. Oh, now I want some tea now. A super high tier character in 2. You could not go in that game without seeing Psylocke on someone's team. Such a shame she didn't make it into MVC 3. Fits in so well. I feel like she can have so many rivalries with different Street Fighter characters. Oh, her and Jury would go at it. They would go at it, girl. I feel like her popularity is also like popping off even more nowadays with, you know, Marvel rivals. I guess you can say that with any Marvel girly. But yeah, she super high contender for a future MVC game. This brings us to our final category, S. Slade. These are the true, ultimate, uber, top tier girlies of Marvel versus Capcom. No debate. No debate. Our first girly, one of my mains of MVC 3. One of my favorite characters to play as. Such a fun, interesting, trap-like character. Trish from Devil May Cry series. We should have gotten Lady. I'll die on that hill. No Virgil. Give us Lady. Love me some Lady. And I love me some Trish. How can you not say Quant? That's Quant. I loved playing as Trish. Easily one of my favorite characters to actually play as. She is kind of like a interesting character, like choice. Like you wouldn't maybe necessarily think for her to be included into a crossover game. But I'm glad she did. They took a chance. They took a risk. Girl, I was so happy. Trish was so much fun. I can't get over. Like she's easily my favorite character to play as. Easily. Loved her downward kick from above. Loved her traps. Hyper combos were fun. And just look at the material. Look at the body. Look at the outfit. The pose. Bring her back. Bring her and Lady back for the next MVC game. No Virgil. We can have Dante, but I draw the line at Virgil. She had like this unspoken rivalry with Thor, I felt. She was always just like, so you're the god of thunder. Really. Some of the Capcom girlies were reading the Marvel side, and I was here for it every minute, every step of the way. Justice for Trish, justice for Lady. They weren't even playable. Were they? Correct me if I'm wrong. They weren't even playable in like the newest Devil May Cry game. Homophobia just continues to win. Our next girly in Slade. It's Chun-Li. It's Chun-Li. I mean, that's Mother. She's literally been in every single Marvel Capcom crossover, even outside of Marvel vs. Capcom. X-Men vs. Street Fighter. That was a thing before MVC, but that inspired MVC. She could easily be in first place. I can understand why some people would put her in first place, but I can't do that in good faith because I don't think she slays as the other girlies that are remaining in the competition. Like, she can get lost. You know, she's not the highest tier character. She could be a little hard to really master in MVC. But, you know, I love to watch some high-level play of Chun-Li, Miss Chun-Li. Always, always there. I love how people, like, underestimate her. But, oh my gosh, in the right hands. Ryan LV, one of my favorite players ever. Chun-Li, Morrigan, Phoenix, hate on it. All girlies, all slay. But Chun-Li will always be that girl. She'll always be in a crossover game, no matter what with Capcom. It's what she deserves. She's an icon. She's a legend. And she's still the moment. Now, come on now. Let me know if you want that Chun-Li ranking video, by the way. Our next girly. Rogue. Rogue. Oh, you know I love me some Rogue. Especially the Rogue with still having Carol Danville's powers. Oh my god, that was one of my favorite iterations of Rogue. High flying, kissing girlies, like literally with her moves, stealing their powers. That was only an X-Men versus Street Fighter. She could steal people's powers. I don't know if they would ever implement that, and if she would ever come back. That might be really hard, stealing other characters' powers. I don't know, but I feel like it can be done. I love Rogue. Rogue is literally one of my favorite Marvel characters ever. Love me some Rogue. I love how they also updated her outfit, her like X-Men outfit, to her corresponding color scheme at the time, which was very interesting. Green and silver. Love Rogue. I think she slays so hard. Love to see her come back. I don't know if it will ever happen, but she deserves it. She deserves it. She's like, to me, one of the most, she's a household name. People know Rogue. You want to be Rogue. Okay, NBC4, put her in the roster. Isn't she coming to Marvel Rivals too? I thought I heard something about her. Anyway, our next girly in Slade. She's here to redeem herself. Jill Valentine in NBC2. Her true blue moveset. She's a member of Stars. Her first introduction to NBC2, where she had her OG iconic zombie summoning moveset, complete with zombie dogs, Cerberuses, and crows. She had green herbs as an assist to heal her members. Like, she had a counter. Such a fun character to play as. Such a fun character to play as. And it's a shame we did not get this iteration of Jill in 3. All her stuff was given to Frank West, or at least like influenced Frank West. I shouldn't say, because Frank West was a lot different than NBC2, but like the inspiration of Jill was there for Frank. Jill, even though she wasn't the highest tier character in NBC2, she was on my team. She was on my team. Regardless, I don't care. I'm going to use the characters that I actually like. That's the thing. I don't know if she would ever come back. They would ever put her in another crossover game. I would want them to. Obviously, my favorite Resident Evil character. But like, girl, Resident Evil games aren't even bringing Jill Valentine back in the actual main series games. Like, they do her so dirty constantly. Potential RE reps that they might give us in the new crossover game, if it were to ever happen, I feel like they would go to characters who haven't been in NBC. I feel like they would go to like Ada and Leon. I wouldn't be upset about that, but I would be sad that Jill wouldn't be in the game because of that. We are down to our top 3 girlies. Who will be Marvel vs. Capcom's next top model? Will it be the iconic Aurora Monroe of X-Men Storm? Will it be the iconic Jean Grey, aka Phoenix of the X-Men? Or will it be the dark horse of the Capcom side of Darkstalkers, Morrigan? In third place, is going to be Storm. Storm, get Jill, you're in the way. You're in the way, Jill. Oh my gosh, what is going on here? Oh my god, the girlies are fighting. She was such a popular character in NBC2. I mean, it's Storm. Goddess, Mother, Weather Witch. You could never be her. She was top tier in NBC2. Definitely on my team. She was on my team along with Jill, mind you. But she did, like, she came back in NBC3 and I was so happy. I think a lot of us were. She looks absolutely breathtakingly beautiful, but she wasn't as strong. I feel like she wasn't as strong. I feel like people still played her for sure, but she wasn't as strong as she used to be. They did her a little dirty. I feel like they nerfed her a little bit. I wanted her to be more high tier. I wanted people to utilize her more. It's what she deserves. It's freaking Storm, for crying out loud. Nowadays, I feel like she's a shoo-in for a crossover game. Like, absolutely. If we were to ever get a Marvel vs. Capcom 4, like I said, she's in it. She's in it. She's in it. She's in it. Isn't it such a great time that we live in, that we actually are given like X-Men characters again, X-Men games, X-Men? It's just nice to see the X-Men again. It was just a long period of time where X-Men fans were just not being fed. Crumbs, girl, crumbs. Okay, but this brings us to the top 2. And I can easily do this. I can easily do this. In second place, it's Phoenix. It's Phoenix. I know. A character that people hate so much in NBC3, obviously being able to turn into Dark Phoenix if she has 5 bars and she's taken out, come back, ultimate comeback with the X Factor. No one was doing it like Jean. I know she can kind of die easily outside of Dark Phoenix. Like, she has low health, but like, What an innovative character. Like, they took a risk. They gave us something new and fresh, something to fear. We were afraid, and I kind of wasn't as afraid because I will admit I played Phoenix. I love playing Phoenix. Phoenix was fun. I don't care. She was fun to play as. High risk, high reward, for sure. High risk, high reward with Phoenix and Dark Phoenix. Absolutely. And like, even though people hated her, people were still talking about her. If you don't have haters, you're doing something wrong, okay? And last but certainly not least, the girly that slayed the most, Marvel vs. Capcom's next top model, it's Morgan. It's always been Morgan, girl. It's always been her, the blueprint of MVC. The way that people know Morgan, not even from Darkstalkers, but because of Marvel vs. Capcom. Again, kind of like with Phoenix, a lot of people might hate Morgan because of her, like, you know, perfect illusion and fireballs flying off the screen in all directions. But girl, how can you not say Quant? That's Quant. The outfit, look at the material. The world's favorite succubus. Like, people know about succubies. Succubies. People know about succubus because of her. Rocking the green, hair, and the bang. Boobies out. Butt out. The way that she just slays so effortlessly throughout all the years, like, and she just fits in so well to the universe of MVC. Like, she has so many rivalries with the girlies, also with the men. I always felt like she had like these different like unspoken rivalries. Like, she had rivalries with like maybe Gambit, flirtatious rivalry, rivalry with Tony Stark. Even in like remember that animated CGI intro? She was going up against Tony Stark. She ate him up. That was so iconic. Lives in my mind rent free, that opening. She checks all the boxes, okay? She fits in well to the series. She is fun to play as. She's pretty high tier, I would say. Representing an underrated series, Darkstalkers, Morgan Ainslaught isn't like other girlies. She checks all the boxes, slays in every category. No one is doing it like her. Put some respect on the sexy succubus diva's name, Soul Fist! And there you have it, girlies. This is my ranking, my official ranking of the girlies of Marvel vs. Capcom. Let me know what you think. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Who is your favorite? Who is your least favorite? And let me know any other girlies that you would love to see in the future of Marvel vs. Capcom if we were to ever get that game. Girlies, thank you so much for watching today's video. It means the world to me. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know all your thoughts and theories. The discussion doesn't end when the video ends. It's just getting started. Okay, in the comments below, let me know. And until the next video, whatever it may be, I want to see you back. And thank y'all so much for being iconic, beautiful, nerdy girlies out there. Thank you so much for being you. With a great ass comes great twerkability.